Hello, everyone. Welcome to My Strixhaven Story, a Patreon campaign. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Without their support and such Patreons, as you can see on the screen here, all of the 1-shots, 2-shots, 3-shots, 4-shots, 5-shots, all the marathons, everything would not be possible without their support. So thank you so much to my lovely Patreons. And if you're interested in more information, what you get from being a Patreon, you can check out patreon.com/StellaLunaTV. We also have a YouTube. You can check out. Well, you're watching this on YouTube. Cool. Thank you. Please watch the other videos. Shout out
Thanks.
to thank you. Shout out to Epidemic Sound, royalty-free music at epidemicsound.com. We are also featuring Kevin McLeod, found at incompetech.com. If you would like to interact with this game, you can't. You can.
For next time.
For next time. You could queue it up for next time.
Yeah.
Maybe I can find.
I'd love to wake up and smell a nat 20. That'd be cool.
That'd be so cool. Imagine rolling out of bed. What do you think it would smell like? Bacon.
Unearned success.
Yeah, I was gonna also say bacon.
Is unearned success the smell of bacon? Well, skipping that line. Okay, we'll just go around the table and reintroduce ourselves. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and who you're playing today. And we'll start this time with Zombie.
Okay. Hello, I am Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z. And I'm going to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, but it's up to your own discretion. Today I am playing Alexander Thume. And even though we're doing this as a recording, I'm still undefeated. So, ha to that.
Good work.
Yay, thank you.
Proud of you.
Yay! Someone's proud of me. You can find me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89 or on Blue Sky at ZombieFighter89. You can find me, fun fact, you can find me everywhere as ZombieFighter89 except for TikTok. That is owned by somebody else. I did not realize that until, there's a ZombieFighter89 on TikTok that's not me.
Wow.
So that's really interesting.
Wow. I'm gonna have to fight them. How dare they?
Listen, I've never signed up. I had a TikTok account, so it's partly my fault.
But that exact number?
Yeah, and
that exact number.
Thing.
So many numbers they could have
child
chosen.
from Nantucket. Here's $5 for your TikTok
statistics.
username.
And they're like, yes, I can
Well, I'm
spend this
sure-
on Roblox.
Literally.
Nah, you've shown too much interest. Now they're gonna charge you.
Damn it.
Yeah, great.
Oh no, $7.
But on the socials that I am a part of, if you follow there's a pinned notification. In that pinned notification, there is a Google Doc sheet of all of the different works that I've done because I am a video editor by trade. So if you're so inclined, you can see Stella stream for like 14,000 minutes or something. Which is really fun to do.
It's 15 minutes. Thank you.
Fine, 15,000 minutes. I apologize. On there as well, you can see all the different edits I've done for not only this show, but the other shows that I'm part of as well, and all the different clips. If you know anyone who's looking for any video editing, please send them my way. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll pop on over to Willow Wispy.
Hi everyone, I'm Willow. I'm playing Melody. We're both she, her. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Ariadne's Weave. Right now, I'm working on writing a social deduction game called Ripper X Reaper, since when did my class trip become a killing game? Stay tuned for updates on that, but otherwise, I'm pretty boring.
No, you're not. You're so cool.
Don't lie to us.
Tell us a little bit about Melody.
Well,
oh no, enjoy your snack. It's okay. We'll just
Zombie, tell us about Melody.
wait. Zombies also has a snack. No, don't chew with your mouth closed.
hot, sparkly, nice.
Yeah.
Family issues.
Hot, double hot. All right, we're
What a bio.
Imagine your dating profile. Hot,
I'm a dude.
sparkly, family issues.
Hot,
Sparkly.
nice. Family
Hot.
issues. Hot again.
V, it's your turn to talk.
Hi, it's my turn. I'm V, Vertigo. I am a variety Twitch streamer known as VertigoCross. I like to play a mix of different and game, so come check it out if you ever want to see something you might not have seen before. As for the stream today, I am playing at the Storm of Beginnings, or colloquially Storm for short. She is a chromatic blue dragon who has a lot of anxiety and confidence issues, but unhindered curiosity towards magic that doesn't cause any problems ever.
Nope. No problem.
And she's a snitch.
She is a snitch. That's
She
right.
is a snitch.
Oh my god.
Canonically.
Vivacia, we have so much to catch you up on, and then we're gonna
So
get to
much.
that in a little bit. But please tell everyone who you are, where we can find you, and who you're playing today.
Hi, I'm Vivacia or Vivi. You can find me on Blue Sky as Vivacia. And then it is vivacia.contact.in.bio that has some of the links of the games that I did on. Today I am Cora O'Brien. She is a Triton Ranger. Absolutely totally ADHD all over the place. And she has missed a lot. Yes.
Good
And I have
bit.
a cat
Indeed.
right here. Hi, Timmy.
Hi,
We're
Timmy.
playing.
Hi, Timmy. Does Viv even know we're level
Welcome
2?
to stream.
Yes, we're level 2. Oh, thank you so much. We'll pop on over to Mathis.
Hello, everyone. I am Mathis Sheaths. That can be found on Blue Sky or Twitter. I don't really post much there anymore. I'm usually just gassing up people I know and support, but that's where you can find me. I am playing Tomarix, and we both use they/them pronouns. Tomarix is a very meek but excitable Earth Genasi Dryadish little guy who is here to sort of be, well, sort of on a quest to find out exactly what she is supposed to do, what they are supposed to do, and to figure out what the next step is for them, as it kind of is up in the air as to whether or not their future is secure. So, anyway, I am back to good. I am very happy to be back playing, and especially glad that we have Vivi back.
Yippee!
Miss y'all.
Missed you too. All right, we gotta do a very fun thing here. I'm gonna change the music up a
Woo,
little bit.
fun.
I am not looking forward to
Wow,
Stella
that is
using
so
my
loud.
2 cards. I have 2 negative cards that she's
Oh.
been.
Stella's been waiting a long time.
Oh my god, you
After
don't
the
know about the
whole-
I
pit.
forgot about.
You
those.
don't
I
know
forgot
about the pit.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh. Oh,
There
I
was
feel
no
a
pit.
migraine coming on.
Yeah, because it's called the Void, not the Pit.
Well, it was a pit to me.
Okay,
I
I
wasn't
was
correcting you.
I was
Sorry.
gonna change the song because I was like, oh no, this is a little too Looney Tunes. But you know what? No, I think this is actually perfect.
We are Looney Tunes.
All right.
It's true.
So, kind of picking up where we had Vivi last, you essentially were at the Bow's End Tavern and, nope, Fire Jolt Cafe. And it was there that you essentially started playing Wizard Gizzard? Right?
No. So
The frog
we,
game.
we waited on the lawn the next morning for Tomerix to take their makeup test, because Tomerix had been promised by the hot guy who's vaguely Australian coded that works at
Javanesh.
the Bow's End Tap, Javanesh,
Yeah.
that for free drinks if Tomerix did good on this test. So we were all in our day off outfits, lounging on the lawn. Tomerix did well, aced the test, so we went to the Bow's End Tavern for free drinks and then played Wizard Gizzard.
Yeah.
Okay, what is Wizard Gizzard?
So,
I don't know.
Wizard Gizzard are these boxes with big buttons, right? And essentially you have to use magic to launch a ball and put it in a bucket. And every time you slam the button, it goes...
It's like a beer pong, but with a miniaturized cannon.
Mhm.
That
We
makes
did some
turkey
digging.
noises.
And funny noises. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is no actual chicken inside. We're fine.
As far as we know.
We met Talana, and Javanesh seems to be hosting it so he can make friends.
Yeah.
Talana is in that sports ball thing with Tomerix.
Silk ball.
Silk ball with Tomerix, and she's really good. She's also really competitive.
Very good.
She's also very
She's
pretty.
hot.
She also is really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I shoot, I score, I win. I still have a mystery magic item on me.
With Talana or Wizard Gizzard?
Both?
It got very spicy and very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I called Talana a shark, and she seemed to appreciate that.
She really
This
liked
was
it.
also the time when I snitched on
He
everyone.
loved it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys
You
cheating?
went over and you told Nora and Woo and fucking the guy, my boss, Urzamatok, that we were progressing.
That done, darn Zimmertalk.
Yep.
You also gave them a little bit of the sample, I think, of the creatures,
Yes.
so that Urzamatok can study it.
The goop.
Wow.
Quintilius was off in the corner getting interviewed by the girl who looks like Sindel from Mortal Kombat.
I definitely helped with that.
She still looks like Sindel.
Oh, what's her name? I'm looking under Storms, people we loved. Because I think
Mina
she's
Lee.
completely different. Yes, Mina
Oh,
Lee.
Mina. Mina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interviewed by Mina Lee, who seemed to be pretty bored with it. And then Javanesh
She
runs out
wanted
of the
that
kitchen going,
scandal.
"Help!" And we're all like, "What?" Steam methods. They kind of kick our ass a little bit.
Yeah.
We win though.
Yeah.
Woo!
But I had a
Zombie went
great
down.
outplay that stopped them all from blowing up and
Yes,
annihilating Alexander.
Thorn helped with that a bunch.
Alexander's did go down though.
But that happens
But I
every
was
time.
right
Burn
there.
the giblets.
I went there like,
Yeah. Got picked
Yeah,
up. That sent Melody spiraling when she saw somebody
Melody
fall in
almost
combat.
went down.
Yeah.
This close.
Mhm.
So she took a breather outside while everybody tended to the wounded. Talana came out to check on her, where Melody opened up about her sisters and her father. Her sisters being asleep, her father being dead, and how she's here to wake them up. And how, man, it feels like I have arthritis right now. Talana went inside after Melody calmed down to go get her a healer, and when she came back in like 5 minutes, Melody was gone.
Dun 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 dun.
Swallowed by the pit, just off screen.
The
Here.
friendly pit.
I'll change the music for the pit.
So I fell for a while. I tried to Batman cloak. That didn't work. I'm too heavy. I'm made of crystals.
Is that like a sinkhole?
No, more like a pit. Like it opened up and
Imagine
I fell.
like a Looney Tunes like black hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
black soulless void.
So, Melody, what did you see in the pit?
Darkness and then a big room. And I looked around and I didn't see anything at first until something tipped me off to a very big presence right above me. Something long and serpentine isn't the word, but I pictured it very noodly, but like big.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a big stick bug.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it, yeah.
And I found this like golden rod, and I was like, "What are you?" And it was like, "We don't get visitors. Who are you?" And I was like, "I don't know. Who are you?" And they didn't seem outright hostile to me first. And then I like waved the rod at them, thinking that it like would control them, and they tried to take it from me. And so I raged and I wrestled it out of its hands. And then Urzamatok showed up and busted me out of there and said, "What are you doing here? How do you know this is real? Get out of here right now." And I was like, "Okay." And I followed him. And he led me out of a secret tunnel that led out into just outside of the biblioplex.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And I said, "Urzamatok, what is that?" And he said, "Mind your own goddamn business." And I said, "You're so right."
That good old tsundere or Patop.
Yep.
Yeah, I said, "You are my boss."
You're like, yup.
And
I'll see you on Monday.
Aye, Captain.
Yep. I said, "I will see you on Monday," and I did.
Did you show him the rod?
I did. He was the one who like appraised it for me.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day we had class. Can you refocus, camera? The next day we had class outside class.
Yeah, we had a
Mhm.
Hold on.
Field trip.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh.
I made friends with a baby owlbear.
You
Field
did.
trip!
We found a wishing well. We think.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
The owlbear
Maybe.
might not want to eat me anymore.
Storm
Maybe.
thoroughly
Maybe.
investigated that well.
Right.
Yes. And then after we had our
Of course it was.
exam. So we opened today's session on, where is it? Professor Verelda Lang stands alone in her office, except for one other person, Coral. You are seated in the desk in front of her. This tall dryad, well kempt, looks at you with her hands on her hips, and she says, I appreciate you making time to help me with my various relocation of the school flora. I do apologize to have taken you away from the field trip, but if you would like, you can take the exam early and perhaps take the rest of the night off.
That would be very nice. Thank you.
Very well. And she will bring out essentially a sheet of paper, and you can see that there are a number of questions scribbled onto it. And she says, did you happen to study at all?
Well, some. Yes. 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 I mean, there was still more studying to be done. There's always... I almost fell off. Almost more studying to be done. But, yeah. It should be fine. It should be fine. Fine. We'll be fine. I always read ahead. Hyperfocus.
All right. And as the camera pans over to Coral, we see you. What do you look like after you've been doing hours and hours of digging into the dirt and messing around with plants?
Well, she already has this big, mop of green hair that always has, little bits of pieces in it. But yeah, there's sticks and twigs and leaves and petals and dirt and probably some cobwebs, probably all over her hair. She probably looks like somebody decorated a shrub for Halloween. And she probably has like a streak of like soil on the side of her nose.
I love that. So how does Coral study? You wouldn't have had a lot of time, but what do you imagine the study session for this exam, owlbears, would have looked like?
I'm thinking that would probably have been her reading ahead in the textbooks, because owlbears are super cute. And she would probably had a hyper focus and just read ahead and read about all the cool, different animals and things. Oh, because she loves everything animal and plant more, but so that's probably what she would have done, just dipped into the hyper focus and read probably that whole chapter on it.
That makes a lot of sense. So you can choose an ability here, and we can associate that with your study role.
How about nature?
That makes perfect sense to me. So go ahead and roll nature for me. Wow, 22.
Rolled a 17.
You read ahead a week ago. You've had literally a whole week to revise and go over the various texts that was in the school workbook about owlbears. You know all about how their screech sounds vaguely familiar and like an enormous owl with terrible indigestion, but you know that owls don't suffer from indigestion, and that makes it a clear sign that an owlbear is nearby. You also know that they attack with their razor-sharp beaks and claws, and they most often live in caves and ruins. They like to make bones of their prey as beds and playgrounds. You also know that they are not naturally drawn to cupcakes and muffins, but it is said that these foods are known to quell their foul temper. Arcanobiologists believe that they quell the rumbling acid reflux of the owlbear's organs, essentially. You recall all of these details as you're going into the exam. And without...
They also do that owl pellet thing where they throw up.
Oh. Yep.
If they have acid reflux and stuff. Yep. Maybe
Gross.
I even dissected one before. Who knows?
Who knows? But all of these things are fresh in your mind as you accept the exam from Professor Vereldeling. You can hear the sounds of her boots clicking as she moves back to her desk and sits down, her chair scraping the floor as she pulls back. You flip the page and you see Owlbear Disposition and Habits, a multiple choice section for your exam over the owlbear's hunting, eating, mating, fighting, and living habits. I will need a DC 12 nature check from you. Let's see if you pass. And because you studied very well, you do have one pocket reroll. You can use anytime you want.
All right. That's a 13.
Okay, that's a success. What does it look like as you're filling out the multiple choice part of this owlbear exam?
Right. She's probably going almost too fast. And then at the end, she'll have to go back and make sure she actually marked the right things instead of, like she did it before where, she like marked one thing over from where it was supposed to be. So she's like, check, 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 check. Oh, go back to the beginning. Double check, double check, double check, double check, double check. Oh, okay. I think we got it.
You flip the page and you get to the second part of the exam. Owlbear Companions. Write a short essay on common methods for taming, training, and handling owlbears, and on keeping owlbears as companions. I will need an animal handling check from you.
All right. That's a 10.
Okay. You are struggling to fill this out. You do have a reroll if you want to use that.
Yeah, let's go try that because she would definitely have already planned this on some point.
Mm-hmm.
That's better. That's a 21.
All right. You don't feel very confident going into it, but you decide to start over and you nail it. What does this look like?
She's probably, first not sure which of the 3 methods she already thought of should use. And she starts with one and she's like, you know what? No, that was stupid. That doesn't even work. What was I thinking? And she'll start over with, the one that she thinks she would use if when she on some point tries to have an owlbear companion. And just like, then it flows and it scribbles and scribbles and scribbles.
By the time that you're done with the exam, you see that quite a bit of time has passed. The professor takes the exam when you hand it over and she grades it on the spot. She holds it out to you and she says, "Well done. You've passed with flying colors."
Yeah, she would definitely have been standing there, like wiggling, trying not to pick her cuticles, like, thank you, yes. Yes.
I will say that compared to some of your classmates, that you seem much better prepared with this information. You are a fine example of a young student.
Thank you. Yeah, I have thought about this before, and I really, really do on some point would like an owlbear companion. So I wasn't quite sure which approach to take, because there's multiples that I thought of, but I think this one's going to be the best.
I will say from personal experience that it is often the case that it is more than most people can handle. Proper arrangements need to be made. Owlbears require a lot of space and a lot of food. I advise you to not be rash about any decision to adopt one, if that is your intent.
Yeah. Preparation. Yes. Thank you.
You are
Probably
dismissed.
made a little note in her notebook, like, remember, they eat a lot.
Yeah, you like triple underline a lot.
Yep.
All right. So, as you begin to make your way out of the biblioplex, you can see that there are quite a few people gathered around. It's about late afternoon, early evening time, and the cafe seems to be quite busy. You recognize a couple of familiar people. You see Alexander, Melody, Storm, and Miri gathered around a table with various food in front of them.
Yep. She would like, quick step over there. It's like
Okay.
waving her thing. Guys. She let me take it early and I passed.
Oh,
Huzzah!
Great work.
Yep. Remember how I was looking up all of the owlbear stuff because owlbears are so cool? So
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
helped.
Correction, she wouldn't give you she wouldn't give you your exam back.
No, just the probably the score.
Yeah.
So that I can show off my score. She wouldn't give me the questions, you know?
yeah.
Mhm.
We've taken it at this point in time, right?
Yeah.
Like we're seeing Cora later.
Hmm.
Yeah, I flunked that bad. I
Oh,
probably should have
no.
listened to you rambling.
Yeah. But you know what? I almost screwed up the essay part because I picked the wrong approach because, you know, if you would have listened to me babbling about that approach, that would have been even worse.
Oral, I wrote bones on the essay part.
Hmm.
Just bones.
She literally put BONES.
Okay.
Hey, it could be worse. Teacher thought Alex and I were cheating.
What?
Yeah.
What did you do? That they thought that?
We both did perfect, like triple A plus material perfect. So they're like they must be talking to each other with their with the mind thing.
Alex,
Oh.
did
So
you ever
Oh.
tell them about that?
I don't remember telling them about that. I don't know how that came up, but
I mean,
No,
I mean,
our
surely we can.
friends.
oh,
I don't remember.
So, Alex can
Hmm.
talk telepathically to others.
oh
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that is cool. But you know what? They probably have encountered stuff like that before. I mean, it is a magic school.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the things they can detect for cheating.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you got to be really careful that you don't do anything, you know, just by accident during
Well,
exams.
we don't have the opportunity anymore to by accident that anyway. We got to wear
Um,
special little cufflinks. I think they were on the wrist, weren't they? On the arm.
oh, like dampeners.
Storm.
Yeah, that's smart.
Oh,
Hmm.
that seems
There's something.
excessive for something you haven't done.
I mean,
Well,
why don't they put a dampener in the whole room so nobody can do that and people wouldn't even know? That would be smart.
Probably a headache to balance side effects. What if there are more telepathic creatures than Alexander? And what if that hurts them?
Hmm,
true.
that's true. That's something to look up when I have time. Again, notebook. See
Branos always
if
said it's not
dampeners
good to
give
paint.
headaches to telepaths.
Branos said it's not good to paint with a broad brush. So yeah, I don't like that they have to wear those, but yeah.
I mean,
Nobody can say you're cheating.
Yeah.
well, I'm hoping that both me and Storm do really well in the next test with these cufflinks on, and then there's gonna be no dispute about it.
Yep,
Yeah. You may not need to wear them after that.
thrive out of spite.
We'll see. I highly doubt one time. No, but I'll have to stop. But who knows? I'm new here, so who knows? Maybe they just need to prove it once and they're good.
That's just more pressure to do well in the next exam.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
we'll
Yeah.
have to make sure that Alex studies a lot.
That's a good motivation, though.
but what if this time I wanted to do shenanigans?
No.
As you say shenanigans, you see someone sidling right up to your table here. A very familiar face. You see Rosie slide up. Oh,
Hi,
Just-
Rosie.
did someone say
Hi,
shenanigans?
Rosie.
I'm gonna say, is that your command word?
No, but I
Something
was
like-
gonna say your name 3 times and see if you appeared.
Oh yes.
Well, I hope you're doing well, everyone. Exam was a bit of a rough one, I will say.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought that playing with an owlbear would be a good substitute for studying, and that didn't really work.
No.
I'm kind of sad that I
Ugh.
missed that.
Aw. I'm sure we can
Oh.
arrange a meeting if you like, perhaps
Yeah,
on the
it
weekend or
knows
something.
me kind of well. If it I'm close to I think I'm close to making it believe I'm not food, so that will probably go well toward it thinking you're not food, I think.
It's gonna
I
be
might
pretty
be-
hard. You do look like a vegetable.
I mean, I
Oh.
kind of look like a shrub right now, and she kind of touches her crazy hair. So, but I don't think
Do-
owlbears eat shrubs, so I should be good.
You see Rosie hopping up onto a chair near you and begins to pick some of the dirt off of your face and from your hair as she's talking. Well, I do know that the Witherbloom students and stable managers don't mind if folks come through and help with some of the cleaning. I'm sure you can come to some sort of arrangement if you make an
Yeah, but,
offer.
Yeah, that will be definitely something to keep in mind and see how we can fit that in best.
Well, have you heard the rumor that's floating around?
Which one?
No? So, have you heard the legend? And at this point, she just kind of slams her elbow down on the table and she's leaning in conspiratorially. Have you heard the legend of Sassy Sally Jane?
Have we?
Is that a
Rosie, you made that up.
I did
is
not!
that bard?
Rosie, you made it up to
I
get me to
swear!
laugh.
It's real!
You sure that's not a famous bard or something?
I'll say that
Yeah.
none of you have heard of this.
Yeah, I'm racking my brain right now. I can't
relocates
think
to
of
the
that.
other side of the table.
Yeah.
You're the talk of the
Um,
school, you know. Your monster dispatching ways. It's been the hubbub of all of our classmates.
Huh?
Everyone voted.
What?
Voted for what?
Everyone voted
Many
what?
have tried, and all have failed.
Rosie.
You see that
So confused.
she has such a wolfish grin on her face. Her eyes are wild with mischief. She says, "Oh, do you want me to spoil the fun? Fine. Fine. So, there is a tradition in this school. You see, those who are worthy are voted to acquire the legendary Sassy Sally Jane from Captain Dapperwing's Manor. It's a sort of heist. And you've been chosen! And she throws out her arms, gesturing at all of you.
Oh.
You're trying to get us in trouble. Absolutely. I love you, but you're trying to get us in trouble.
No,
Oh.
Rosie wouldn't.
Well, it's
You
tradition.
wouldn't try to get us in trouble. You would definitely make us do something. Not make us. You would definitely convince us to do something that would get us in trouble.
You are deserving of your agency. If you would like to disappoint the entire class by declining our group effort of voting for a hero, well, I shan't be the one to break the news. As she hops off the chair, puts her fists on her hips.
Rosie,
It's just a bit of fun. Yes?
if I asked pretty much anyone else in the class, would any of them know what you're talking about?
She smiles. Well, do you really want to break all the fun? Where's your sense of adventure?
Rosie,
like
were you
that
the only
both
one
those
who
things?
voted?
Do,
No!
do they have such a thing as a wild goose chase in this realm? I feel like this is what we're doing.
Oh, her
Mystery.
face gets so serious all of a sudden, and she grabs you by the wrist.
Ah,
Be careful of geese. They're very dangerous. You shouldn't mess with geese.
I got bitten by a goose once.
What?
Well,
And you survived?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
It was crazy.
breathless.
I understand. I should have probably clarified. But number one, I agree, geese can be nasty. Number two, it's a saying where a goose chase is like some kind of like, oh, I don't know what the best way to describe it. Like you're going kind of on a mission that leads to nowhere or does nothing.
Ah,
So
we call that a fumble wumble.
Ah,
oh yeah, so is that what you're doing? Is sending us on a fumble wumble?
No, I swear. On me socks. And I do love my socks.
that's very serious.
Also, geese are very tasty.
That pair of socks or your whole pair? Oh, all your socks.
All of them. I swear on
No.
it. It's a thing. Anyway. She turns away. Good luck. As she leaves.
I mean, we kind of got to do it, right?
No, we don't.
Why not?
She said a
I
heist.
wish
She
she
didn't
would've-
even say what we're supposed to be getting. That,
Yeah.
that
The
sounds like
something
stealing.
Because we
sassafras
didn't-
and
Maybe
thingamajig.
she would have if you hadn't shut her down so fast. Just saying.
Well,
This seems like the kind of thing that keeps happening that always blows up in our face.
What if it's magic? Like everything else at this school.
How about we do some
True.
research on this first before we make a decision?
We could ask Nora. If Nora knows about it, then it has to be fine, right?
If we ask Nora, we aren't doing it.
Why?
She'll probably
Because
shut
if we
it down.
talk- Because
She
if
can
we talk to Nora,
absolutely try.
and she would.
Listen, Nora's a very capable lady. We have a lot of friends.
We do?
Quite a few of them are more than capable of making mischief if we need to sneak away.
Yeah, we should probably not
That's
ask
true.
Aurora because then you know, it's all over. Then it happens.
Maybe she might be the one to ask. Let's figure out what this is first.
Okay, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. So the evening is starting to move into a direction where people are going to start winding down. They're probably going to start heading back towards their dorms. Who do you want to seek out?
Real quick, before we all split off in different directions,
Mm-hmm.
Storm wanted to ask her friends at the table about something.
Okay. You can see that everyone's about halfway through their meals, so you have some time for some conversation. What does Miri have in front of them? Like, what is Miri eating right now?
Pretty much an assortment of nuts and like dried fruit like raisins or like dates and stuff like that.
Okay. So, Storm, you can see Miri eating this.
So Storm has just finished off her very raw and bloody hunk of meat. And as they lick their chops, they look around at the rest of the table and quietly they ask, after our class last time, I was wondering if maybe you all would like to make our own club?
Well, that sounds fun.
What kind of club?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to take care of magical creatures.
Are we gonna have?
Don't they have one for that
open?
already?
I don't think they do. But hey,
Kind of creatures.
Yeah.
Well, really anything. They're all fascinating.
Yes, they are, but not all of them are safe.
Maybe we start with something small.
Well, I guess we got to find out if there's already a club like that. and make sure that we're not stepping on nobody's toes. But I also think that's a good idea. That sounds like fun.
You head over to the information desk and you start asking some of the students working it about this idea. And they say that, you know what? I believe that we don't have such a club. The closest thing that we do have to that is the Fantastical Horticulture Club. Unfortunately, especially because we are in the school year already, you might find that there's some difficulty in establishing a club right now. But if you do get 3 signatures from various staff members, I think that they can make an exception.
Who's considered a staff member?
Yes.
Well, any of the deans, a professor, certain alumni.
Like those running some of the establishments.
Yes.
Groundskeepers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt to try. The more signatures you can get, the more likely it'll get passed. You will have to designate a leader for your club, though. And you will be responsible for any advertising that must be done.
Okay.
Right. So let's go grab the forms and let's make sure we read all the rules and make sure we have everything ready.
The attendant
Also,
will help you
can-
gather these forms, and as you're reading through them, you can see that the club information does require one leader, and essentially, if things go wrong, that one leader is responsible for the whole club, and it can essentially get disbanded if you do anything illegal or anything harmful to any of the other students or staff.
I have a feeling people who join will have to sign a waiver so that nobody gets in trouble when somebody gets pegged or something.
Might be a good idea.
Can we also ask them about that manor?
Oh, yeah. As you bring up the manor, the information desk clerk says, "Oh, you're talking about Captain Dapperwing's manor. Well, yes." And she pushes up her glasses. It is, it's on the central campus, so it's not too far away from here. It's a quiet relaxation spot, but mostly professors and faculty inhabit the area, really. It's a place for academic meditation and counseling. Sometimes you'll see students around there, but so Captain Dapperwing used to be an alumni, you see. Had a very storied militaristic background, as well as being a professor for both Lorehold and the Silverquill colleges. Yes, quite an accomplished
Impressive.
individual. He has unfortunately passed away. This was very long ago, and after his passing, the manor, which he built out of his very fine hoard of fortune, it's been turned into essentially offices now.
Oh, I just heard that the area around it is quite pretty and nice for like quiet studying.
Oh yes, you are more than welcome to go visit the building if you like. She pulls out a map and she gestures over to how to get there. Follow this leafy path and you should find the manor at the very end.
Thank you so much.
Yes, students are welcome to wander the grounds. If you find a locked door, it is essentially off limits. And the office hours are between, let's see, and she kind of rummages around for that information. It opens at 6 a.m., closes at 10 p.m. When it is closed, essentially it is forbidden for students to enter the building.
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you so much. That you were very, very helpful.
Of course. If there's anything else, just let me know. Ta-ta.
Yes, bye.
Thank you.
Well, at least we know it exists.
It's offices, though.
Yeah, and
This doesn't seem like Rosie. What could she be asking us to take? I can't imagine it's anything to like cheat. That doesn't really seem like her.
Mm-hmm.
And she
she'll
didn't say
probably
it had to
ex-
be.
doing the
She didn't
nice
say it had
thing.
to be like outside of office hours, so it's not like we would have to go there when we're completely prohibited. I don't think.
Exactly.
I am quite sure it will be behind a locked door. I mean, we can always check in and see what the heist. I hate that word. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe we should just find out more details and see if it's actually something we think we can do without getting expelled.
We still don't really know what we're looking for.
Yeah, it might be a good thing to ask that.
Do you know any
If
upperclassmen?
there's-
Yes.
Javanesh.
Javanesh is upperclassman. You know that Drazomir is upperclassman.
Oh.
Mm.
He might even have a book about it.
Mina Lee is upperclassman. Urzmaktok is upperclassman.
Yeah. Because
I'm gonna go to
Erzma talk about that.
Not gonna tell us nothing. Mind your own business.
Yeah.
I love that we
I
went
mean-
through the effort of like introducing all of the students basically. There's only a few you haven't met yet, and because we've done that, you know their personalities, and it's so great.
I mean, I don't know. Thoughts, gang? I still really want to do this.
Yeah.
I want the full school
Me too.
experience, which means getting in
Yeah.
trouble sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Mhm.
curious what this is about. I don't want to say we should do it, but at least let's find out what it is that we're supposed to be doing. I mean, we can then still decide
Yeah.
if we want to do it.
Okay. So what we'll do here is go ahead.
I
Sorry,
I
Zombie.
blinked for a sorry. I blinked for a second. Did is Cataract someone we could talk to?
Cataract. I mean, you
He's a
can talk
first year
to
student.
literally anybody you want. Cataract is a first year, just like you.
Okay, never mind then.
Like you can try to ask a first year, but the chances are really unlikely.
No, I thought he was upper class. Sorry, no, that's fine.
Yeah, he's a baby, just like you.
Black's pickle.
Who likes pickle?
He does.
He likes
Yeah, there'd be
pickles and painting.
Urzmatok. Nora was an upperclassman, right?
I
Yes.
floated her and I got shot down.
Yeah.
You can't tell her about the heist, but you could probably ask about the history of the manor.
I will say
Just go up to
that
Nora and be like, "Hey, we gotta go heist something."
We gotta go heist.
Yeah.
I will say that you put your heads together and you're trying to think of like, okay, of the first years, who would know what this is? And chances are Quintilius,
Mhm.
Grayson, and Rubina probably know.
Ooh, we still haven't really talked to Grayson very much, and we only got a little bit of Rubina last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's
Mm,
go talk to
I-
Rubina. I am all
Yeah.
about that. All
I
about
was
that.
gonna say, I think we should talk to Rubina.
Let's find the fuddy-duddies.
And by that, do you mean are you gonna try to find Quintilius to find Rubina?
I assume they're gonna be together. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Who else can stand him?
It's a good point.
Fair.
All right. It takes you some time to hunt them down. You can see that they are essentially in one of the libraries. There's like a private room. You ask around, you basically corner a couple of different students and you're like, hey, have you seen Quintilius or Rubina? They're like, no, sorry, I haven't. And then eventually you find them. And as you do, it's in a quiet room. And the two of them appear to be rummaging around. They have a big box of stuff. you see cog wheels and levers and joints and bolts and nuts and various pieces of metal.
Mhm.
They haven't seemed to notice you.
Is the door ajar or closed?
You can peek inside. The door.
The
The door is
The
mostly closed, but you can peek inside. And you see the flash of red hair that is indisputably on the head of Quintilius Antiphon Melanthor III, and then the very lustrous shine of Rubina's dark hair, as they seem to be working together on something.
Thunk, 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 thunk. As I
Yeah,
open
Tomarix
the
was
door.
Tomarix was also gonna do it at the same time.
They stop in their rummaging and look over to the group of you. You see that Rubina kind of spreads out in a way where her hands are on the edge of the table, almost as if trying to hide what they're doing. Quintilius immediately steps forward. Yes, can I help you?
Oh, I hope we weren't interrupting something, but
You are.
Yeah. Well, apologies.
No
And-
apologies, absolutely not. Don't need to be
I
rude
was-
about it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like returning rudeness, so.
True,
Um,
true.
But yeah, so
Quintilius
we
just
just
raises
had-
a brow.
Anyway, we just had some questions. If you have a moment, if not, we can go. But yeah,
You have this moment. What can I help you with?
oh, we're actually wondering about the manor and
I know, it's such
we
a bop.
also
Kind of melting my brain a little bit.
I have the music turned off because it was.
There.
I swear at
Messing
one
with my
point I
brain.
heard a cat meow and
Yeah.
that was it. I was cooked after that.
yeah. So we actually we had some questions about the manor and if you knew anything about it.
Which manor?
No, the
Apple flower fur.
the
feather.
one that's named after the older, really accomplished military guy that was a professor at two colleges. or
Silverquill and
something.
Lorehold.
Ah, Captain
Yeah.
Dapperwing. Yes, I am
Yes, him.
familiar. What about
That
his
one.
abode? He's dead.
Well,
Very.
yeah, we weren't trying to visit him, but we had a very interesting conversation with Rosie about it earlier. So we're just trying to figure out some stuff about it.
Rosie wanted us to steal some Sally thing.
Oh my god!
You
That's some
can
kind of rite of passage.
you can hear the sound
Mhm.
of Rubina hiding something inside of a box and basically cleaning up behind Quintilius. And then she begins to step forward, just brushing off her hands, and she gives a really wide smile. Oh, I see. So you lot must have been who the upperclassmen voted for then, if you're asking such a question.
The
Okay,
upperclassmen
so-
voted?
Okay,
there was a
so it was
vote.
a vote. So I
Yeah.
believed Rosie, and I was right.
You were really quick to change the
What do you
subject. What are you
know?
working on, Rubina?
Yeah, Rubina.
It
You
looks
s-
fun.
She raises a hand to flatten some hair out of her face, and she smiles warmly at you, Melody. Oh, well, I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. We're working so hard on it, and, well, soon to be unveiled. I'm sure you've heard of the show coming up?
Mm-hmm.
For the
Mhm.
the like festival thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with the dragons.
Dragon? Oh.
Somebody's gonna summon a dragon, a black dragon, so I'm told.
Mhm.
Is that so? And she looks over to Quintilius and he raises a brow at her and says, I'm no snitch.
Oh.
At least someone isn't.
Mm.
Good on you, Quincy.
Mhm.
Another reason to like him.
The first one, actually.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Mhm.
I have one or two others.
Far be it from me to ruin a surprise. I was just curious. Also, practical application doesn't really appear to be your strong suits on first glance.
Mm,
Well,
shade.
No, they just are very accomplished spellcasters and wizards. I don't know.
we're
Quintilius,
trying
what's your family
something a
do?
little different. Quintilius sort of brushes some dust off his shoulder and he says, the Melanthor family has a deep and storied history with Strixhaven. A long line of wizards and sorcerers and spellcasters of accomplished design. I shan't bore you with the details. We will be here all night.
Thank you for not.
Well, if you need help from the daughter of an inventor, don't forget to poke me.
Ooh! Rubina kind of pushes Quintilius aside. Well then, maybe we do need a little bit of help. So,
Oh. Okay.
have you heard of the man in the pipes?
How
Wait,
many
no.
different urban legends are we going to learn about today?
These all- these-
We're going through the
These-
7 mysteries of Strixhaven all in one episode.
These
I
all
like every
sound like
time Alexander's like, "Have you heard of this?" He's like,
these all sound like eccentric bard names. I don't understand what's.
Oh, he's no bard. He is, however, quite a shy and enigmatic individual. It is said that if you leave a box with 3 things inside of it in front of the sewer entrance, when you come back the next day, something else entirely will get spat out. Crafted by the hands of the man in the pipes.
It's a trade.
Is it at
Why would-
random?
And why would somebody live in the pipes? That's just.
"Yeah, the same 3 things."
No, it is often very different. There's no rhyme or reason to what comes out. It is quite curious. We are. And
So-
she steps aside and gestures to the box. You can see inside of it quite clearly that the 2 of them are trying to create some small animatrons or little constructs of pretty amateur design.
Oh, Tinker Toys.
Mm.
Well, it's not my specialty, but we're trying.
It would be a cool experiment. I mean,
So, like,
would have to
alright.
design it and grumble under her breath, you know?
So, like, you put this box down, and you offer this thing. Is your thing still there, and the new thing is spat out, or the thing you put in the box is taken, and in the box is just a random mystery surprise?
So, it is a bit of a mystery. It seems that perhaps the man in the pipes takes the objects offered and turns it into something else.
Oh.
So you do not return, the items are not returned to you. They are taken, and you are given something back in return.
So you give a piece of random thing, and then you get back a piece of random thing.
3 things for 1 thing.
Oh, 3 things for 1. Oh. I feel like the person in the pipes is making out on this deal.
Depends on the 3 things.
Well, it is often that those items that come out from the man in the pipes, it is magical in nature.
Oh.
That will be worth it for sure.
There have been
Melody.
instances where the offering is denied if they are not of adequate quality.
Oh, okay. So it just can't be any through random things.
Hmm.
They have a sense of
You
what
can't,
they like and
know,
don't.
just empty the contents of your pockets.
Stella,
Yes.
they mentioned in front of the sewer entrance. Is that like a location that we know of?
There's a couple of sewer entrances.
Was there any near where Urzmatok and I came out of the wall?
Yes.
Rubina,
Yes.
can you show me where you were gonna put this?
Oh,
I
shit.
can,
Oh, ho, ho.
but perhaps not tonight. We're not quite ready with our offering. We're thinking of doing it
Wait.
tomorrow?
Sidebar, Melody, did you tell us about...
No,
Nope.
none of us have
Nope.
know
Okay.
anything about this.
Never mind.
Urzmatok told me not to, so I didn't.
Yeah.
The secret pit.
Thank you for reminding me.
The secret pit. Yeah, tomorrow sounds great. I'll come by early and help you get those dings flattened out.
Oh, I appreciate it. At least someone's some help around here. And she elbows Quintilius. It's quite clearly a joke. Quintilius still looks very irritated. He turns slightly pink, and his brows are furrowed together.
Oh, leave him alone. I'm sure the designs were divine.
I actually did put quite a bit of effort into them. These schematics are flawless. And he gestures over to some blueprints. He lifts them up and he waggles them in the air.
Are they pretty good?
Roll me investigation.
Judgment time.
Investigation.
Miri knows
Oh,
nothing
God,
about
God.
mechanical shit, shows they absolutely believe it.
I'm actually pretty okay. 12?
12. They look complicated.
What about a nat 1?
Whoa.
Oh my god. Pretty
What about
paper.
a dragon who knows nothing about construction?
Pretty
Yeah,
paper have
I also-
lines.
I also want an investigation since it's a high stat.
Okay. 24.
Nice.
Whoa.
All right.
Wow. Okay. So, Alexander, you catch a glimpse of this blueprint, and it's quite clear that Quintilius knows what he's doing. These are the makings of an artificer in training. You can kind of compare the blueprints and what has actually been made, and you can tell that they're not even halfway done. And a 5 from Coral. Yeah, pretty paper.
Yeah.
Color
She
of
didn't-
ocean.
Like, don't want to believe you, but you know what? I don't know nothing.
No, I mean, from what I see, there's the appropriate amount of intricacy. I don't know these forward and back, but
Not even halfway done, huh?
Well,
Looks like he looks right at Quintilius.
which is why we need every moment we can have. And he grabs the edge of the door, pretty much telegraphing that he wants you to leave.
we'll
Rubina
go.
doesn't.
But you have to tell us a little bit more about what we're getting into. Rosie didn't tell us anything.
Yeah, Rubina, tell us what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, fine. So, you are being tasked to heist into the manor and acquire the entity known as Sassy Sally Jane. She has a striking appearance. She's a pink-haired doll with a patchwork tartan dress.
Oh, like me.
Ew. Gross.
Oh, she is nothing like you, I promise. And that seems to be a compliment.
Oh, thanks, Rubina. Entity implies sentience, though. That's a little worrying.
Rubina shrugs his shoulder, smiling.
Mm.
Quintilius
Why do I
tries
feel
to
like
slowly
this thing is just going
close
to
the door.
insult us the whole time?
Quintilius
I
will, like,
slowly
I will-
closes the door.
I will physically put myself in the way of the door.
Quintilius stares daggers down at you.
We
I just
should
look back
go.
up at
We're
him and
overstaying
smile.
our welcome.
Oh, all
Before we
right.
go, would either of you like to join our club that we're trying to make?
No. Quintilius walks away.
Well, he said no.
Oh, a
Let's
club?
go.
What kind of club are you trying to establish?
We're trying to make a magical beast caretakers club.
Oh, I see. She begins to wring her hands together. I don't really have a good history with animals. Perhaps somebody else might be better suited. But I do wish you good luck.
Having been bitten by a
Go ahead.
having been bitten by a goose, Tomerix absolutely understands and gives a very empathetic look.
Do you want me to ask around? I can do that for you.
Spreading the word can't hurt.
That would definitely help, yeah.
All right. She steps out of the room and into the biblioplex. You can see that there are a number of students milling about the very tall bookshelves. And as she steps out, she puts her hands on her hips, and you see that there's almost a supernatural pull of attention towards her. The cafe goes quiet as Rubina goes, Good evening, everyone. I am here to announce that a brand new club is currently in the process of trying to be established. If you are interested in joining said club, which is going to... What is it again that you wanted it for? Taking care of...
Magical beasts, yeah.
Magical beast care.
Magical
Yeah.
beast care. Please see... Which one of you is the leader?
We haven't picked one yet, but just say me.
Me! No, Miri! Gesturing over to Mirix. You can see that a few people start talking, and slowly.
Hello.
Okay, as that goes on, can I use my druid craft to just, do like a little halo, like lighting Miri up so that there's like a little light.
Oh yeah.
Just a big
Absolutely.
arrow.
A few
pointing
people
down
clap.
from here.
Rubina does a flourish with her arms, gesturing over to Miri. Well,
Thank you for helping the visual learners.
well, there you go. I'm sure. Give people a little bit of time to mill it over. Do you have any flyers? Flyers are very helpful.
We just like it's Storm's idea, and she just talked to us about it a little while ago. So we're still getting
Oh.
all that.
You were the first one we asked.
Mm-hmm.
I am? And you can see her
Absolutely, yeah.
eyes get big and watery. Oh. Oh.
And then you helped us like this. It was really nice. Thank you.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, that's so lovely. I'm so sorry that I'm not joining your club, but I do really wish the best. And if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Absolutely.
Well, we were told at times that we'd have to be responsible for our own advertising or announcement. And based on how well you just did that, maybe you could help us again with something similar in the future.
Oh, yes. I do appreciate any opportunity to project from the diaphragm.
Yes, I
I
could
wish I
tell
could have
it.
seen you at orientation.
I could tell it was a honed skill.
Well, as a member of the Play Actors Drama Club, you can find me at any performance. on stage here.
Play Actors Drama Club. Rubina, have you noticed any of your storage chunks going missing?
She taps her chin.
Not yours, but like the club's.
I'll be honest, I don't really keep track of those sort of things. You know who else is in the Play Actors Drama Club?
Who?
Quincy.
Of course he is.
It's actually how we met.
Interesting.
Oh.
Hmm.
You guys are
Is
so
he
tight
like-
that I just thought you were like you knew each other before.
Well,
Tomerix absolutely believes that Quintilius must be a like a stage person or a stagehand, because from what they know, I don't know.
she leans in and she whispers into Melody's ear. I'm gonna DM this to you.
Well,
Ooh.
A secret
Fancy.
message.
Interesting.
Secret message.
And she says,
Quit.
by the
message.
mountain pass.
I hope you don't share this with anyone. Just a little secret between the two of us, yes?
Yes. A secret given is a secret kept.
Then
Well,
Quintilius slams the door in our face.
you do see that the door has been quietly closed, and you hear a shit, and the stumbling and dropping of things. Oh, I should go and supervise before he breaks something.
Yes, I know he's probably reluctant to let anybody help him, but Melwinthorn might be very, very good because he can make his fingers probably really small.
Oh, excellent idea. I'll keep that in mind and let him know. He has a bit of trouble asking for help, but I have my
Makes
ways.
sense.
Well, good luck.
Thanks for the help.
Thank you. Thank you for your help again.
Mhm.
Bye.
Thank you.
And she
Bye bye.
silently slips into the door to go help.
Before we all continue whatever this is, we should probably actually discuss what we want the club to be and have a clear idea.
And who's going to be in it? 'Cause-
Um,
We aren't all gonna be
There's
in
only
it?
one.
I said we weren't all gonna be in it?
I'm not going to be in it.
I'm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It depends on how
Oh.
if we can fit it all with our schedule. I guess I might
That's
might
true.
have to quit
Mhm.
one of my other clubs.
I take my work at the lab pretty seriously. I don't really want any distractions right now.
Mhm.
I
I was
might have to
thinking
quit
about
water
that.
dancing.
Don't you already know how to do that?
Yeah, but it's so much fun. So
We all need an outlet.
yeah. So
Mhm.
but if we can take care of magical creatures, that will be fun too.
Before we came here, Alex would bring me different books about wizards and witches and all that. And I always used to really love the stories about their familiars and magical creatures that they'd bond with. And I thought it'd be cool if we made something like that.
It definitely would be.
Mhm.
Oh,
Sure.
I wasn't thinking.
we will have to work before we make those decisions. Anyways, we have to work on our signatures.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than willing to help you guys get the club up and running. I just don't think I want to be a member.
And I didn't think about the fact that I have work at the tavern and Silk Ball. So I also can't probably dedicate time being a full member now that I think about it. But like Melody said, I'm cool with helping get it set up and any other small logistics.
Mhm.
There's a slowly deflating dragon as it looks more and more sad.
This conversation has taken close to 2 hours. Essentially, you've kind of wandered around and been just talking and walking. And you can see that the majority of the campus is starting to slow down as it gets closer to nightfall. The group of you go your separate ways, heading off into your dorms, as is appropriate for the hour. I need everyone to roll me a d20.
Okay.
Yay! This is surely
Who's
going
gonna
to be good.
end up in the pit? It's Melody.
No, it's
Jesus.
gonna be
Oh,
me. Oh,
Misha!
okay, but never mind. I thought I rolled the 2
Misha
and then I
rolled
saw
a natural
14.
1.
14,
I thought I was-
13, 12,
No,
2,
the pit-
1.
Coral
I
and
thought
I
I
are
was
walking
done
arm in arm,
for.
and then the pit swallows Coral.
No, there's no pit.
Melody's like, not again! Shoves Coral towards the pit.
Sorry.
No. There's no pit.
I don't know.
But
Whatever thing was
But-
down there probably couldn't take Coral's sass, so I feel bad. I'd feel bad for it.
Coral has a little venom monster that puts people to sleep in her
Mhm.
hair. I forget his
Yeah.
name.
NyQuil.
Oh
Ah.
no.
God.
Toto!
Okay,
Dodo.
so all of you get ready to go to bed,
Mhm.
and the hours slowly slip past. Melody, you and Coral are in your room because you are roommates. Right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. I knew that. I don't know why I questioned myself. Okay.
Melody, Coral, Storm, Tamirix, and then Alexander,
Cataras.
And Cataras.
So Melody,
Pickleman.
you are getting ready to power down. What does this look like?
I have my 2 pigtails in like big little bonnets each, so just like 2 little puff balls on my head. And I'm just in a little nightgown, and I'm like sitting down at my little jeweler's craft table, just like polishing, getting my little grooves good, so that I don't go to bed dirty.
Just ignore the giggling children in the background.
No, what do you mean? There are ghost children here.
Yeah, of course there's ghost children here. Okay, Coral, you can see Melody's getting ready for bed. What does getting ready for bed look like for you?
Well, first, always the last checkup is always the tank. And then I'm thinking she probably she probably is not wearing a nightgown, but like pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty skin tight pajamas. Because don't want to get caught on something going to the bathroom and fall, because that's what we did. She tripped before, like when you have pajama pants that are too wide and you trip yourself inside your own pajama
Knocked the
pants.
whole tank down. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, we're not doing that no more. So they're like the tidy, pajamas, almost like long johns on the bottom. And then the last thing she'll probably do is like try and work the last of the debris out of her hair before she kind of twists it up.
Okay. Yeah, as you go about this process, Melody will eventually go to sleep. And you eventually go to sleep.
Took longer today. Was
It-
more stuff in it.
And eventually the ghost children go to sleep.
Hey, at least they can sleep.
Damn. Half of my tracks are not working. Okay. Dang. Why isn't that working? Okay. You just have to suffer through the children, I guess.
If you mean the like
I heard it.
sweeping
yeah.
melodical one, we could hear that.
Oh, maybe I just need
Yeah.
a refresh. Technical difficulties on my end. So
The
fun.
goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you are asleep, and does that work? Oh, nice.
Mhm.
As you are sleeping, Coral, I need a perception check at disadvantage, please.
What's happening?
I I'm just gonna roll that twice.
A 21
Okay.
and an 11.
And then
Okay.
11.
Coral, tell me how you react to something grabbing you while you're sleeping.
Probably
Uh-oh.
the highest screeching pitched, you know, and then she'll probably like roll herself out of bed.
Okay. Melody, can you roll me perception at disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. 8.
Okay. Melody, you're still sleeping.
Yeah. She falls on
Cor-
stuff all the time.
Coral,
This is not.
this is actually a
It's
normal
not
thing.
new.
This is a very normal night for me.
Coral,
Ah, yes, the
no,
midnight
okay.
scream.
Yeah.
Coral, you grab whatever's grabbing you and you tumble onto the ground. Oh, you hit with a thud, and as you scream, "Ah!" something screams back at you, and you have in your hands holding what appears to be a small wooden man.
What the? Who are you?
Oh, that hurt. Oh, my body.
You know what? It hurt me too. You don't just grab people in the middle of the night.
This small wooden man is about the height of like 8 inches, so you can literally like hold them in one hand if you wanted. And this, you can see that he's wearing a pair of red trousers with suspenders. He's wearing a very dirty off-white tunic, and his face is quite smooth. It appears that there's some paint that is supposed to resemble eyes and a mouth, and you can hear him talking even though the ink on his face doesn't quite move. Oh,
I'm thinking once she realizes it's not actually like, you know, something with tentacles or, you know, something grabbing her, probably, you know, open her hand and, you know, like kind of flattens it out. What are you doing in my room and in my bed?
I was trying to catch up with you. Oh, it's so difficult to keep up with these students these days. And there's a clattering of wood as he hits the ground next to you, and he's laying down exactly the same way you are.
Okay. What do you need in the middle of the night?
I need you to help me get my wife back.
Okay, and that could not have waited till the morning?
No!
It's his wife.
That's his wife.
Yeah, but you know what? If he's been running after me that long, and she will probably, you know, like reach out from where she's on the floor and tap on Melody, like, hey, we have a visitor. Seems like we're getting a rescue quest. And
Melody like looks at the closed door, confused.
It's like, and it can't wait till the morning.
Help me get my wife back.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I said before I fell out of bed.
It's like a Pinocchio, but like less budget.
Hi.
Hello.
Right. Can you tell us what's your name and what the whole thing is about? She kind of finally sits up, like.
He slowly sits up too, and you can hear his joints creaking. You know, like those little like wooden mannequins that people use to sketch and stuff. They can like pose it and stuff. He looks kind of like that, but he's dressed up and he's got a painted face on. And he says,
he's like a little marionette.
Yeah. And he sits down. Ugh. My name is Jenkins.
Nice to meet you, Jenkins.
Hi.
Hello. If I recall correctly, you are the chosen heroes this year.
This is true. Yes.
Yeah. I need a hero. Heroes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. What do you need a hero for? Sorry. I just woke up. Huh?
Every year, they take my wife and they squirrel her away inside that blasted manor.
Who's
Oh,
your
no.
wife?
Is her name Sally?
Sally Jane, my beloved.
Oh, okay. Got it. We're in a story. Cool. Why would I assume differently? This school is really tiring sometimes.
I don't know why they keep taking her, but I have to fight for her freedom.
If they take
Does-
her every year,
How does the
They re-
captain fit into this?
they
Who?
return her every year.
Captain Dapper Fowl. Oh, Coral, I would ask you, but I know you couldn't know either.
Dragon wing slap.
Yep. Foul.
I don't know what you're
Flapper.
talking about. I'm sorry.
Fuck,
If they
Alex would be able to help.
If they take her every year and they return her, why do we have to?
I don't think they return her. I think we return her.
But what if the people don't do it? Does she
Okay.
just stay there?
I need to get dressed. Jenkins, I'm going to save you some time. You're not going to have to explain this 5 times. Coral, get your clothes on.
And then we smash cut.
Coral, get your clothes on. We're going. Okay, everybody.
We smash cut to. Does this track work? Oh, apparently you're in a garden now.
Hooray!
Yeah.
We're
outside.
Pinocchio.
Secret garden.
Oh wait, that means my night track will work. Is it working now? Where is it? Yeah.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay. So you meet all 5 of you meet in the courtyard outside the biblioplex, and there is this tiny wooden man. The heroes. I recognize you.
I don't recognize you. What's your name?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. Okay.
It's nice to meet
He's just
you.
like on Melody's shoulder.
Yeah.
We got
So I'm very much
Jenkins
looking
Valley.
up at him.
Yeah.
You if anyone's looking at Alexander, he's actively pinching himself to realize if this is real or not.
Nope, we're awake.
Storm
Cool.
just looks
All right.
very upset to be awake.
So
Oh.
this is a yearly thing. Why is this a yearly thing?
I don't know. It's quite frustrating. Sally
not a
Jane does not
magical-
like this either.
Is there not a magical force you can put on your house that says, "Do not kidnap my wife this year, please"?
I don't have a house. I live in the sewer.
Are you the sewer man? Do you make things, Jenkins?
I do. Why do you ask?
Well, we heard a story today about the man in the sewers. And if students leave 3 things there, they get something back. And usually it's magic. Some of our friends are going to try it tomorrow. Oh, friends. That felt weird to say.
Oh, you and Quintilius are friends now.
I'm
that's
friends
what I
with
got out of that
Ravina, and
conversation.
he is friends with Ravina. We are acquaintances, as polite society would refer to us.
You're daisy-chained friends.
I like that.
Yummies.
Daisy chain friends.
well, yes, it is a sort of business that I have. People give me some high quality scrap. Sometimes they give me magical items of a minor nature, and I have the ability to artifice something greater for them. It helps me outfit my workshop.
Oh,
That's really cool.
I have a mystery item that I still haven't bothered to get looked at. Because I don't remember what I got from the competition. I just remember that I don't know what it does yet.
Well, that's all good and fair, but I need you to help me get my wife.
Yeah, okay, sorry, yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
sidetracked.
there's-
We are gonna help you find your wife.
Thank
And
you.
it's so
Priorities, Melody.
mean.
Come on.
Don't they know that they're married? Why do they keep breaking up a couple? That's just mean.
There has to be a reason to make the same story play out every year.
I don't know. I go to
Maybe
bed
they don't
and I
know.
wake up and my wife is gone.
Well,
She's
have you
always
never
in
tried
the
hiding?
same
The-
house.
Does it
I
happen
don't-
around the same time every time? Like around the same time of year?
Sometimes it changes. I suppose I
okay.
haven't really thought about a pattern or anything like that, but it does end up being that Sally Jane gets taken to the same house.
Mm.
It's that way. And he points down a path, and you recognize it to be the leafy path that will eventually take you to the manor.
And
Well,
has
how about
anyone
that?
ever not rescued your wife?
No. They've always rescued her. It's the right
Until
thing to
today.
do.
No.
I have a question. So, you know when a cat sleeps really, really deeply, and when they wake up, they look fucked up? Is that Storm right now?
Storm has like a couple of gold coins still stuck to them, and they can't even really have their eyes open. It's just
to
like
their cheek,
dragging along the ground.
stuck in drool.
Storm, let me help you. Hold on, let me help you. And Alex will go to help move the coins around, or packet them for them and whatever.
Got him in the right spot.
Well, we have to get his wife.
Mm.
We'd be bad people not to.
Yes.
And
Have
you
to
know,
be now.
we got to stop this tradition too.
I feel like that's
Yes.
above our control.
Maybe we can like talk to the upperclassmen and convince them to do something else going forward, so that your beloved doesn't keep getting whisked away.
Yes.
I feel like the upperclassmen have already dealt with this.
I was gonna say
They
something
could have
tells
done
me
something about
they
this
don't.
before.
They don't have as much stake in this, and if nobody ever chose to stop this, there must be a reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Doesn't
we
mean
just eat
killing.
them both and go back to sleep.
No,
Please
that's
don't
Dragon
eat
Brain
me.
talking.
We're not
That's
gonna eat
Dragon
you.
Brain. She's half asleep. It's Dragon Brain. Don't listen to her.
Very much Dragon Brain. It's kind of funny to watch sometimes, but no.
Jenkins, you make
No.
it sound like you're not gonna come with us.
I am very small.
Mm-hmm.
The
Point to
building is
Starfall?
quite dangerous at this time of night.
Okay.
That's understandable.
So, where do you want to meet us then? You don't get around places very fast.
No, I don't. I can wait
How small is this puppet?
8
Like 8 inches
inches.
tall.
About how much does it weigh?
Half a pound.
Lavelli weight.
I could catapult that.
You were not
God.
catapulting a creature.
I normally don't go put up with these impulses, Storm, but like, I'm very confused on why this happens every single year. So you know what? I'm just gonna let things happen the way they are.
Construct rights. We're not catapulting a construct.
All right, fine.
What if he breaks? No, better not.
I really appreciate that you're helping me with this.
Can you tell us
For sure.
anything more about this? What part? It's a manor. It's gonna be pretty big. Do we know which area, or is there a way to find her easily?
I think she's in the attic.
Okay.
Is she always in? Like in previous years, is that where they've always found her?
I don't know. I don't really ask questions. I'm just happy to have my wife back.
All right.
That-
So
that-
Do you remember anyone
did
from
that.
last year? I wonder which of our upperclassmen were picked last time.
I don't
There's
know.
that.
This has been going on for almost like 20, 30 years now. I stopped counting.
What? No, what?
I'm pretty sick and tired of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right. So
It sucks.
Two things. Number one, when we're done with this, I'm gonna go find whoever I gotta find to see what's up with this problem. Number
Yeah.
two, which will help with us. What does your wife look like?
She's
Oh,
this tall,
Uh-huh.
and she's got pink hair, and she wears a
Mhm.
tartan dress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. About the same height
And
as you?
when-
Small,
Yes.
bigger, smaller? Okay.
As soon as he says tartan dress, Tomerix remembers Coral's previous comment on that and just looks at her and is like,
Don't do it.
we have to.
No, it's his wife.
It's the wife. Before I was like, that was just a silly prank, but now it's like there's actually Somebody might get
Yeah.
hurt.
Yes.
Jenkins, where do you want us to leave you?
Right here. And he
Okay.
points at the leafy path.
Okay.
Where
Stay
do you
right
want
here,
us
little
to
guy.
leave you? I was like,
Thank
it's gonna be
you,
right.
heroes. I really appreciate it.
We will be right back
Mary-
with your beloved.
Mary
Like,
drops down. Mary kneels down and like with whatever shrub is nearby uses druidcraft to make him like a little bench.
He sits down
Oh.
on it.
Aw.
Alexander will go up to Storm and sort of tap Storm by the cheeks a little bit awake. Puts out his hand. I can carry you.
Where do you put it, your hand?
Right down in front of.
All right, I'm gonna bite his hand.
That's how I figured it's gonna happen.
Storm.
You take 0 damage.
Ow! Damn it!
I've never
I'm
seen
trying to
bite
help
anyone
you. I'm not a
before.
snack, Storm.
And Alex, of all people.
Mm.
Ow! I should know better. Honestly, I should know better.
I
This
could
is like
thunk her. She'd wake up.
the 10th time I've tried to do this when Storm was sleeping. Maybe. I don't know. I've lost count. I should learn my lesson, but I haven't.
I'd like to have
Don't
learned a lesson
wake
about
up.
taking a man's wife.
Are we like far enough down the path now that we're a little bit
So-
away from Jenkins?
Yes.
I would
I
not
don't
have said that
think
around.
that guy's real.
Okay, so question
Well-
for V.
Hmm.
But he's
Has
the man in the
A-
sewer.
Has Alex had before in Storm been in a situation before like this where he would know it'd be okay to pick you up kind of like a cat?
Storm
doesn't seem like you're
is
waking up or
not in the
moving.
mental state to really care.
Okay, I want to be sure that Alexander or Storm would be okay with Alexander doing it in the first place. Is my question if we've had a past of it being okay. So I'll just, if I may, then I'll just say that Alex has done it in the past, and you've been okay with it. So I'm just gonna kind of prop you up on my arm like you would if you were to get on my arm, but kind of like pick you up like a cat, kind of rearrange you. And then we
Yeah,
can
there's
carry
now
you.
drool all over your back.
How big is Storm?
I'm fine.
Storm is kind of like the size of a Komodo dragon.
I keep forgetting that Storm is even smaller than
Like
Tom.
a big dog or a medium big dog.
But really
big
flat.
dog, but short leg.
Mhm.
Flat and
Okay.
wide.
Yeah.
Out.
Maybe
Small
I just picture
alligator.
Alex. I just picture Alex like really small. So maybe
Alex
that's
is
it.
pretty big.
He's just a little guy in my head.
He's just a little guy.
Little
guy.
guy.
He's just a crystal.
Yeah, he was not somebody who could just prop 150 pounds over his arm. I was wrong.
So, as you begin to approach the manor, you can see that it has multiple floors. It seems to have a ground floor, a second floor, and then an attic somewhere high above. There appears to be a porch out in front of you, a veranda, and it opens up with some wicker furniture. Above the double door, which is closed, you can see fine calligraphies dictate this is Captain Dapperwing's Manor. The lights are off inside the building.
It was something with kind of wings.
Yeah, we were right. I just kept thinking chicken. I don't know why.
I kept thinking dragon.
Hmm?
Right, so how are we gonna get in?
All the doors are going to be locked, so maybe a window on the second floor? I could
Right.
boost some people up.
If we look up, is there a way, or maybe ladder, or get in?
So there is not an external access to the second floor, but you do see that there are a number of small, what do you want to call it, balconies attached to what appears to be 5 different rooms on the second floor. So if you can figure out a way to get up, you might be able to access it. But there's no stairs or any elegant way to get up to it. You do see next to you on the ground here is a teleportation circle marked by this blue star on the ground. But you do know that the runic circles are for accessibility, and it is essentially turned off for the evening here, as no one should be coming in here.
Only Xanther were here. Cheerleaders were made to like stack up.
Are there any
Yeah,
lights
he-
in the windows? Anybody, anything that looks like there's anybody still in the office, burning the midnight oil? Just
Who wants to get in the bag of holding and I'll catapult you up there?
No.
there's no
Oh,
air in the bag
Okay.
of holding.
There's no lights
Well,
on.
How tall is the second floor?
This is a pretty hefty building. The floors are 20 feet high.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Uh,
So, would you say the roof? How many floors are there?
2, not including the attic.
Okay, so the roof would be like 40 feet up.
Is it climbable? Like, has it all these decorative stuff on it, or is it like brick, smooth?
It appears to be made of brick. So you could climb it, but it would be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
difficult to
could-
do it without, like, putting stuff into the brick.
Yeah.
What if you
If
had
some-
like claws and stuff?
It might be a little easier.
If somebody stood on one of the chairs, I might be able to like hold the chair up.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so I have a little bit of a crazy idea that might not work because it would need us to get to the roof. But the only information that Jenkins seemed to be able to provide, which understandable, he lost his wife again for like the 30th time, but he said the attic. So I was thinking, even with something like this, they would need to be able to probably get to the roof to take care of stuff up there. So if we were to get to the roof, we might be able to get into the attic through some hatch or something, and we don't have to worry about going through any of the lower rooms, setting off any alarms, anything that might be going on.
I will
that.
say, from your vantage point, it doesn't look like
Yeah.
the attic has any windows.
I
But that
meant
might be roof access,
I
but,
meant like top of building.
But it depends.
Okay.
Are there any tall trees to get to the roof?
Not
to the
Ow.
balconies?
not that tall. Not 20
to
feet
the
tall.
to the balconies?
I mean, Coral, I could try boosting you, and you could see if you can climb up.
Yes, Storm.
Get in the bag of holding.
We're not catapulting someone up onto the
Storm.
roof.
We can't put
They have
living things
15
in the bag of holding.
minutes.
We're not putting living things in the bag of holding.
No,
Let you
it's-
out with
Very-
mage hand.
I've heard her talk asleep when she's asleep, but when she's half asleep, it's much more violent.
You know that filter in your brain? It
What?
doesn't exist when they're not.
Coral is going to look for a way to get up on one of those balconies with a boost in a tree or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take one of the chairs, and then Coral, you just kind of like crouch in it, and then grab the back of the chair, and then I'm gonna deadlift you up, and I'm gonna hold you up as high as I can, and then you're gonna see if you can get to one of the balconies.
That could work.
Yep,
Okay.
that might work.
So I'll need an athletics check from Melody, and then
I actually
Coral.
got rope.
Okay, perfect. Coral, I will say that you can give Melody advantage here as you're working together.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I do actually.
18.
18.
Thank
okay.
God I have advantage.
So with Melody pushing and holding up the chair that Coral is standing in, Coral, you basically get to you could try to jump and reach for the balcony. It's gonna be a bit of a feat of athleticism here. So you can do acrobatics or athletics here.
Okay. And if I wanted to throw the rope over it and see if I can, tie the rope, like if
Ooh,
I
yeah.
throw it over the railing and then it kind of falls down.
I'll
oh
let
yeah,
you do
wait,
a...
take my little hammer.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a hammer
Perfect
to it.
counterweight.
Okay. Yeah. So to use the rope, let's do a survival check here as you try to basically hook it over and then use it. That's a dirty 20. Yeah. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Coral,
That's
you tie the rope to the hammer and you throw the hammer up, and you can see that it hooks over the balcony railing and it drops back down. You're careful to like dodge out of the way so it doesn't get you, but essentially you have a rope that is attached to one of the balconies. Pick a number 1 through 5.
4.
Okay. It is on the 4th window.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna go put the chair back.
Okay. Yeah, so now you all have a rope that you can use to get to the 2nd floor.
Right. Well, let's see if we can get this over with. I miss my bed.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not minding the midnight escapade.
Yeah, the air.
Usually
is
nights
nice.
are really dull. I don't need as much sleep as you guys.
I'm kind of an insomniac myself.
All right. Does everybody climb up?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Can't
go-
really hold a rope.
Yeah.
I will climb up with Storm on my back.
Isn't Storm already on my back?
Or Alex can climb on their back.
Okay. So, as you get up on the balcony, you can see that there is a glass door and you can peer inside of the office. Does everyone have dark vision?
I do not.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Let me double check.
But I mean, we can use Druidcraft
No.
to do a little light sensory thingies, right?
I'll just need
Kind
to
of.
know if anybody is making a light source.
We probably shouldn't. I'll just hold on to someone.
Okay. You do see some moonlight kind of coming in through the glass door, illuminating an office.
Yay.
The glass door is locked.
Of course it is.
You see, the office is comfortably furnished with a wide oak desk, a high-backed leather armchair, a towering bookcase, and homey wall hangings.
Mm,
Does anyone have anything for a door?
Mm,
I mean, I have some glass blower stuff. I could probably cut through this door without breaking it, but
Are we actually close enough to get to the other balconies to check another door, or would we have to redo everything?
No, I'll go ahead and say that you can basically jump between them.
Maybe we should check some more doors before we do that.
yeah, I'll get my tools
might be a
ready
good
just
idea.
in case. Everyone else fan out. I'm not exactly great at navigating in the dark anyway.
Okay, did you want to check
Alright.
all of the rooms?
Well, we're just gonna probably check them one by one from like, well, we're in the 4, so we will probably check, I guess, 5 first, and then just go down the line 3, 2, 1 to see if we find one.
Okay. So, as a group, you move over here.
Oop, I didn't mean to click that.
Hello? There we go.
Mhm.
Okay. So you look inside and you can see that this is a larger office that has a parlor and a study in it. Antique furnishings line the walls along with the sculpted heads of several magic creatures. A heavy table and desk are covered in scattered documents.
I want to snoop on those so bad.
Storm, can I get a perception check from you?
Right, sure. Is that at disadvantage because I'm not paying any attention and half asleep?
No, it's an advantage.
Whoa.
Even sleep.
That means one thing.
16. You can see on the northern wall of this room, kind of facing
whole
towards you, there is a plaque and it holds the heads of a black and red dragon. Clearly
Oh, well.
constructed from metallic crafting supplies.
Oh, I'm awake now.
Maybe Jenkins made those.
Maybe. It's really shiny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like where my mind's going with that idea, but maybe.
Wait, black and red dragon, you say?
Yeah, but it's made out of metal. So it's not like a dragon head from a dead dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an actual trophy.
Could be important related to whatever this dragon event in the future is.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm going to do an investigation check on that.
Okay.
Trying to look closer into it.
Yeah, go for it.
Not gold, a magical item, or gemstones. Can't use my eye for money.
5.
Sweet.
Oh no.
It looks pretty cool.
That thing looks like a black dragon.
Storm, I've seen you put
Yeah.
objects back together before. If I make a clean enough cut in this door and stick my arm through to open it, could you put it back together?
Just break the lock. Just make sure it's not bigger than a foot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out some of my glass blowing tools to like do the cat burglar thing of making a little hole in the
Yeah.
glass door.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you do it. And you can
And I
enter now.
Larceny.
we're putting it all back. It's fine. Just can you fix
Exactly.
the thing now?
No one will ever know we're here. We were here.
Okay, you want
Storm
to
just like
fix it
lazily
after...
slaps their head against it
Okay, so
using mending.
I need you guys to move your tokens into the room. The door is
Well,
here.
I'm holding the piece back at the door, so I'm like right here.
I'm being holded.
Okay, so as
These statues
So-
are definitely guards. Sorry.
Why would you say that?
God
Don't,
damn
don't
it.
give Stella
I mean,
ideas.
I already expected something from the
It sucks when
so.
Aiden knows something and Melody doesn't.
I mean, that already sounds like there's an idea already.
Turn order.
Oh God!
Yep, of course. Uh-huh.
So it's gonna
Sure.
take some time for Melody and Storm to together put this door back together. As they hunch over it and combine their efforts, all of a sudden, noise begins to draw your attention. As the plaque on the wall begins to move, I need everyone to please select their tokens and roll for initiative. Wow, I rolled a natural 20 with the dragon.
Hey, I rolled a natural 1. Very
Yeah,
fair.
I think
So did I!
22, 22, 22.
I rolled a nat 20 for a 22.
Wow.
Oh my God,
This is
we
the
have
first
3
time I have rolled
22s.
above a 10 on initiative, by the way, and I'm
Good
stuck
job.
in one place.
Good job.
That's
I
And
amazing.
you're
rolled a
tied for
19.
first in a 3-way tie.
I appreciate that somehow the dice played into the story of Storm just being dead tired.
Dragons are heavy sleepers, man.
Amazing.
That's my favorite part of the rolls.
Okay. So, as noise begins to... Is that track not working? Bro, come on. All right. I'll just stick with this. Okay. As you begin to try to repair the door, the heads begin to lash out to your companions here. Coral, you can see one of the heads snapping towards you, but you are at the top of the turn order, so you get to go first.
Okay. What would she do? Thinking. Is there light in here? Or is it completely dark?
It's moonlight from outside, but otherwise completely dark.
Okay. just wanted to make sure that, you know, everybody, even if they don't have dark vision, can actually see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So, she would like to use her bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on the plaque. If
Okay.
that's possible. Yeah. And then probably
Oh, does it have to be a creature? This
Yeah,
is
it's a creature,
not a
so-
creature.
so then she would know that that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Too bad. Too bad. Alright. Yeah. So she would probably just you know, do the hit it with a trident.
Yeah, do it.
Try and knock it off the wall.
Go ahead and roll an attack
Oh.
for me. Ooh, that's a natural one.
Well,
Yeah.
GG, we lose.
I think
That
you
was the-
I think you're just caught by surprise and
Yep.
you basically try to slap it away
Yep,
ineffectually. Yeah.
Darn.
Anything else for you?
Thanks. Oh, let me look at my inventory just for fun. No, then she'll probably just, you know, hold on to her shield and be like, oh shit.
All right.
Ooh.
Melody, it is your turn.
I'm like stuck, right? Holding the glass in place to be fixed.
Oh, yes. Go ahead and roll me sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm actually. Why am I proficient in that? 15.
15. You're
'Cause
doing
you
a great
gotta-
job.
You need those careful movements. Your crafts.
Yeah, for crafts. That's why I'm so good with my fingers.
If you want, you can use your action here to continue holding and repair the door.
Yes, please.
Sounds good. All right. The dragon plaque begins to whip around, and you see that the black dragon head exhales a glob of acid at the same time that the red dragon exhales a fiery missile.
Jeez,
Oh,
and
boy.
rice.
Okay.
Ow.
So we're going to say that the red dragon is going to attack Coral. This is at disadvantage because you are in melee range. That is a 9.
No, a 16 armor class.
Okay. You dodge out of the way, and there's a... And you... As the firebolt hits the wall over here, it doesn't start a fire, but it does leave a singe on the wall there. Evidence that it attacked something. And then the dragon plaque will aim at... Miri with the acid glob for a 12 at disadvantage because you're in melee range.
No hit.
Okay. You dodge out of the way and there's a sizzling as the glob is eating up at the carpet. That's going to be his turn. Alexander, you're up.
Oh, well, all right. We seem to be pretty active little plaque there. So I'm trying to figure what's best because everything is so close. Everybody's so close together.
Yeah.
I think I'll play it safe for this particular thing,
Mm-hmm.
or safe as I feel like I can be. I feel like the safest spell. Well, hold on. No, actually not. I'm not gonna use a spell. I'm gonna take the quarterstaff that I have, and
And
I'm
then you
gonna-
cast Thunderwave.
Yes, exactly. No. I'm gonna take it, and the plaque is it just one dragon on the plaque?
There's 2 dragon heads on this wall-mounted plaque.
Okay. So, thematically, whatever one you want, the closest one to me, I'm gonna bonk on the head with my quarterstaff.
Okay, that's the black one. Do a
I'm
bonk.
gonna use a two-handed.
Okay,
Oops, sorry, wrong one.
it's okay. 16 is a hit. The armor class for this is 16. So go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Oh, okay, you're not gonna count the. We're not gonna count the one.
No.
Okay.
Bonk! As you hit this metal with your quarterstaff, there is a loud ringing noise,
Mm,
and you do 3 damage. Good job.
nice.
Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Miri, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to immediately. Let's see. Just have to do that. All right. I am just gonna cast Shillelagh and do another ball.
Okay.
All right. So I will do that, and let's see. Attack.
Okay.
Crud.
10 is a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We hear the growing of vines on your quarterstaff as you enable your shillelagh, and you see that the dragon head kind of comes up and catches the swing of your quarterstaff a little more too telegraphed, and it lets go immediately. Anything else for your turn?
That is all for me.
Okay. Storm, you see that Melody is holding the glass, trying to repair the door. What do you want to do?
Storm will look back sleepily at the dragon plaque for a moment and just mutter out, "Is an object, right? Someone put it in the bag." Then I'm gonna use it. Just their head will glow as they slap it against the glass that Melody is
Knock it
holding
off
to
the
cast
wall.
mending.
Okay.
That's the first thing you talked about putting in the bag that I agree.
Okay. So effectively, mending is going to cost you a minute. So that's like 10 rounds.
Mhm.
Okay, so you begin
Storm's too tired to really pay attention to the rest of it.
So Storm and Melody are starting the process of putting the door back together, and you get the sense in about 60 seconds or 10 rounds that the door will be fixed. Coral, it's your turn.
Right. Can I use my trident to try and peel the plaque off the wall so it falls on its face on the ground?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Okay. Go ahead and roll me athletics.
Yeah. Wait.
Use your fish muscles.
Alright, that's a 17.
Okay.
Fish muscle.
17. Using your trident, you try to essentially lever it off of the wall here, and you can hear that it is straining against your weapon. You get the sense that if you try to do this for a little longer, that you'll be able to pry it off. It's just holding on a little too tightly.
Yeah, she will definitely keep trying. She will probably out loud say, "I'm gonna keep trying to peel it off. It will take me a minute."
Okay. Melody. Door?
Door.
Door. Okay, the plaque will try to hit you again. The red dragon head attacks Coral, disadvantage 12.
Nope.
Okay. And then the black dragon head is going to try to hit Miri. 15.
Nope.
Okay. I was trying to make noises and I choked on my
Okay.
I heard it.
Yeah. Nothing makes you feel like the pinnacle of evolution, like choking on your own.
God, why is that?
Wow.
My ancestors went through so much, and for me to just choke on my spit. Okay, it misses. Cool. Alexander, it's your turn.
Hell yeah. And I need you to quit trying to shoot whatever the hell you're shooting at my friends. And I'm gonna bonk them again.
Okay.
At a 7. Probably a miss.
Yes, that is a miss. I think like you try hitting one of the heads and the head just whoosh, wheels out of the way. Miri.
It's all it coming this time.
I, seeing what Coral is doing, I'm going to take a page out of her book. I don't have anything to pry it with, but maybe if I smack it where it connects to the wall hard enough.
You could always try to like help, like grab onto the trident and help leverage it, if that
That's true.
was your goal.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, because I really don't like the idea of making more from trying. So I think I'll do that if it is possible for me to get up around where Coral is and try to help her with the project.
Yeah. So you're gonna use the help action for Coral here.
Okay.
Okay. Storm. Door?
Door.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. That was too much energy.
Door.
Door. Okay, Coral, go ahead and give me another athletics check at advantage here. As Miri
Fish muscles. Fish muscles.
helps
Fish
you.
muscles.
Natural
Lift
20!
with the legs.
Double
Lift with
21!
Yay!
Oh my god.
Let's
Okay.
go, fish muscles.
Double 21. Let's go.
I was gonna say, did you just roll 2 nat 20s?
Yes?
Yes.
Never
Yeah.
underestimate the fish muscles.
I don't.
Two
I
nat
live with the
20s
fish muscles.
Alright. Coral, you can do literally whatever you want here. I'm just gonna give you I'm handing you the GM stick right now. What happens?
So I'm thinking it's like we're kind of hanging on this trident and we're like trying to use our leverage to like pry it off, and she's gonna try and have it land with the dragon face down. So she's gonna just leverage it, and when it comes off, she's gonna try and move the trident after it and just like smack it on top so it lands on the carpet, and that might kind of knock my friend over though because I don't know in which direction I'm moving the trident. But yeah, she will just like leverage it off and then like smack the trident on top of it so it like falls face down, so the dragons can't see us.
Bong. There is a loud resounding sound as it thuds onto the ground face down, and you can see that it wriggles around trying to make purchase, and it is effectively made useless. It's still moving, it's still thrashing, but it can't quite reach any of you now.
Find something heavy to put on top of it. A plant pot, a box, something.
Put it in the bag.
No, we're not
Humrex sits
taking
on
it.
the back. Humrex just sits on the back of the flag.
Okay,
I was gonna
you're just
suggest
sitting
a
on
chair,
it.
but-
That'll do it. I mean, at least until we get the door fixed.
Yeah. Effectively,
Yeah, get fish muscled.
a minute passes by, the door is fixed. There's no trace other than some fingerprints on the glass.
Wipe.
There are no fingerprints on the glass. There is no trace of you here except the scorched marks.
And
We're just gonna pretend it fell off the wall.
It
Everybody
burped.
just like
It burped.
clearly, just like try not
I
to
wonder
leave any
whose
more
office
traces.
this is.
Yeah, as you look around, you can see that there's many papers kind of scattered about. If you were to take a peek at the documents, you can see that they seem to be some research papers, course notes, paperwork, academic bric-a-brac. It appears that it's just miscellaneous things that the professors must engage in. Nothing terribly interesting to you. But it seems like this is maybe a meeting room of some kind.
Let's see if we can find Sally. We picked the wrong door.
No,
Yeah.
You get the
honestly,
sense...
I hope
I'm
there's-
glad it worked out.
I hope there are no other antiquities.
We didn't break it. We just put it down. So
Yeah.
You get the sense that this door here leads further into the building, and just from being able to see from outside, it's clear that there's doors to move between the offices.
Maybe let's stay out of the main hallway as much as we can.
Yeah.
it's just that
So over this way then. Oh,
Okay. The door is unlocked, so you can go in.
I definitely don't want to snoop through more offices as I go to the desk.
Have the dragon heads stopped wriggling?
No.
It's like, what?
Okay,
Watch
well-
for more booby traps.
Well, since they're gonna be since they're leaving the room, or since everyone is leaving the room, it's a little less of a concern now. Tomerx will very carefully.
Did we
remove
leave? Did we
themselves
leave
and
the rope, or did
follow.
we take it with us?
Oh,
The rope is
I didn't
still
think about it.
attached here.
So we'll have to come back anyways. Put something on top of the dragon. If we have to leave this way again, we'll take it off and then pretend like it fell off the wall.
I could roll it up in a rug.
Put
Yes.
something heavy on top of it. Something.
There's chairs.
And put a chair on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, chair, a few books.
It is
Chair.
now restrained. Okay. As you move into the next room here, it is also an office. It's much smaller. It's full of paper. I'm gonna save you some time.
Thank you.
is this one of them red herrings? Oh,
They're all offices.
Oh,
15 minutes of walking into identical offices later.
Yes,
Did
exactly.
we pick the only one with a booby trap really to go in?
Yes.
seems like it.
isn't this one of those things where they don't want to keep doing animation, so they just repeat the same background over and over again?
Yes.
What's an animation?
Mm-hmm.
Do these offices belong to anyone in particular, or are they just like
You-
workspaces?
You see that there are some like place name things on the desks, and they have various professor names. It's quite
okay.
clear that these are just offices for professors.
Well, then, middle is best, I say. To go out into the hall.
Oh, yeah. Be right behind you.
Okay. Make sure you position yourselves where you want to be as
I'll be
we
here.
open the door.
Oh boy.
I don't like how you said that.
Don't worry about it.
Where's
You find
my
a hallway
sheet?
filled with dragon plaques.
There's my
Hooray.
sheet.
Oh,
There's
don't
the
worry
initiative
about
button.
it. Hold on. Don't worry about it.
Hold on.
There you go.
Battle music. Well, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Okay. There's a wide hallway here that offers access to rooms. Large pillar is in the middle of the passageway. It appears to be a structural column.
Knock, 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 knock. Is it hollow?
Yes.
Whoa! That was fast.
I will say though that the midnight moonlight doesn't go into this part. So anybody who doesn't have dark vision, you are going to start to find it difficult to navigate.
I need a hand holding buddy. Or, actually, wait a minute.
got
We
you.
have things
Hold
for
on.
this.
Hold on, I got something too.
You're literally carrying me to be your eyes.
I mean, there's that too, but like, does anyone else need to see? I've got a thing where I can do something for this.
Well, I mean,
So
we have those little symbols, right? The little shake and glow ones?
Storm also has like a hooded lantern hanging off of their saddlebag.
Mhm.
You have many sources of light you can tap into. I just need to know if you have one on or not.
I mean,
if we go in there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think as Melody walks through, she's gonna take off the little, I think I have the Quandrix pennant. And
Yeah.
just shake it, and it
Yeah.
goes off.
Twinkle, 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 twinkle. There's just like
It's
little
like-
glittery pixels all around you, and you can see. Yeah, so you see.
neato.
Yeah, as Melody begins tap, 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 tapping, you find a secret door.
That was very fast.
Secret door.
It appears.
I mean, it's like right in the middle. This thing is extremely suspicious.
You see that the door opens, and there's clearly a set of stairs. There's also a teleportation circle.
Oh yeah,
Aw.
the stairs and a teleportation circle. Very, very common.
I mean,
Well,
accessible, right? Like,
yeah,
this is
in
something we're supposed to be doing.
Strixhaven, yeah, all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
you
yeah.
know that Strixhaven, every set of stairs has a teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm.
Onward and upward.
Okay.
Yay!
Everyone's
I need a bio
going
break.
up. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Okie doke.
As you go up into the attic.
Oh no, the attic.
The attic.
Oh no. I do not want to be up at the attic.
Okay. We'll wait for Vivi a little bit. So as you're stumbling around in the darkness, you're beginning to climb up the stairs. What do you look like? What are you saying?
I mean,
Man.
Alex is probably staying close to whatever light source and is going on, so we can kind of see up the stairs. And I don't know if Alex has seen too many has been in too many castles. Like, he's read books, because I mean, there's mysteries and mansions all the time. So at least some of the books he's read. So he's kind of trying to see if he can match this to anything that he's read before, or kind of get a sense of oh, what would they use this room for? Is this where they would put a person we're looking for? And just kind of taking it all in, because he hasn't really seen mansions like this before. So it's just kind of a new experience, and then trying to equate it to something that he knows.
Yeah, so I think from various books that you've read, you get the sense that this building, even though it's being repurposed as a place to house offices for teachers, that there are a lot of antiques strewn about. You get the sense that Captain Dapperwing must have been extremely well off. There is a great amount of luxury everywhere. There's tons of carpets, tapestries. You get the sense that a lot of money went into the creation of this place.
Rich dude.
Yeah. And as the group of you climb up into the attic, you can see that there are some interesting things.
Shiny, shiny.
This cramped attic holds oddities considered too strange to be displayed on the manor's main floor. You see an adult-sized riding toy resembling a rock on a spring, a fine dress with wings made out of bones, and you see that there's
Wow.
also a display shelf holding dozens of dolls among the curiosities here.
Boy, I wonder.
Dress with wings.
Can we see Sally?
I'm gonna
Tom
look
Ricks
in the.
immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna look in the where all the dolls are. In the
Okay.
Display
Yeah,
case.
that's where I was gonna go.
So you can see that the dolls are over here on this side of the room. The riding rock is over here, and then
Sorry.
the dress is over here. Okay. As you begin to look at the display shelf, you can see that among them is a pink-haired doll.
What's it wearing?
It's wearing a tartan dress.
Okay.
Wow.
And it's not.
Okay.
It's not. It's on. You said it's on a display shelf, not in a case.
Yeah. Melody, you were standing in front of this very interesting looking dress.
It's really pretty.
It tries to touch you.
Oh, no, thank you. Nope. Consent, please.
It reaches
I think
out.
it wants to marry you.
It reaches out and it tries
Of
to
course.
hit you.
Whoa!
Of course.
I need everyone to
Ew.
select your
Fantastic.
tokens and roll for initiative.
Hey, I did better this
You
time.
just had to check
Rude.
out the pretty dress.
Of course I did. Have you seen me?
Yeah.
God damn it!
you
I'm
have
back
a
to
drum
rolling
for the
sub
first.
10.
Do
I
you have a
rolled six.
dress that could be any dress?
No, I have a cloak that can be any cloak
Same
or
number.
cape.
So, Melody, you're looking at this dress here, and as you are inspecting it, you can see that it appears to be made out of a strange design. Upon closer
Anything-
inspection, yeah, upon closer inspection, you realize that it's not a dress at all. It is a construct, and it
Wow.
begins to spread its bone-like wings, and as it does, it occupies a great space in front of you. You see it lift up limbs that appear to be arms, and it appears to be holding up what appears... I'm saying appears a lot. It's holding up a short bow made out of bones, and it points it right at
Not a short bone.
you.
A short bow.
And that is where we're gonna end our session for today.
Oh, I was ready to.
No.
Not on a short bone.
We end on a short bone.
On a boat. Oh, that's fun. That's cute. I like that.
Aww. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching this over on YouTube. The truck's not working. I'm going to refresh. And as I'm refreshing, we're going to do some outros. Can you please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of today's episode was? And we'll start with Mathis.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mathis, and my favorite part of the episode absolutely was Jenkins, and I want to be friends with him forever. And rescuing his wife is definitely going to get me points for that, I'm sure. Anyway, I've played Tomerix, is fun little druid person, and I've really playing with you all, and this was super fun.
Aw, thank you. We'll pop on over to Vivi.
Hi, I'm Vivi of Vivisha, and I've been playing Coral, and I think, yeah, the whole falling out of bed thing was hilarious. But I also loved the interactions with Rabina and Q, because just hearing all of the urban legends and then they're all connecting. I think, the lore, that's my favorite part.
Aw, thank you. VertigoCross.
Hello, I'm Vertigo, or V. I am a variety game streamer over on Twitch. And as for my favorite part, it's having Vivacia back.
Aw,
Yeah.
me too. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. We'll
I'm
pop
not
on.
used to being missed.
Oh, we miss you so much.
Well, I miss
Every
you so
single
much.
day.
Every episode, we're like, we miss you, Vivi. Aw. Next, we've got Willow.
Hi everybody, I'm Willow. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky at Ariadne's Weave. I play Melody, a Warforged Barbarian. I think my favorite part is always going to be the characters. So getting to meet Rubina, really meet her today, get a little bit to know about what she's about, and the thing I can't tell anyone. My favorite part is the secrets.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
think I know who it's about, but that's about it.
Thank you so much. And then we've got Zombie.
The secrets are the friends we met along the way. Hello, I am Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z. Or whose names like to call me. I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion.
No.
Today I play. Thank you. I play Alexander Thume, and my favorite part of today was twofold. Number one was the getting to know more of the characters again. It's always fun to kind of dive into characters that we haven't quite met, or it's like, okay, we were introduced to them and we've had a small interaction. Now we get to, have a bigger one. So that was fun, and the fact that I got to, poke a little bit at Quintilius a little bit with knowing that blueprint, knowing exactly what it is, and going, oh, only halfway done, huh? And then my second favorite part is to piggyback off missing Vivi, which is the fact that Vivacia rolled 2 nat 20s in a row.
Woo!
That was craat.
Crazy.
Both 21s. It was great. It was
Because
awesome.
Because I also rolled 2 nat 1s before that, just not right after each other.
We're gonna focus on the nat 20s. But yeah, those were the fun moments. And if you're so declined, you can follow me on Twitter on Blue Sky at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pin notification in there. There's a Google Doc sheet. In the Google Doc sheets, all of the different amazing compilations I've made, promo videos, clips. Speaking of promo stuff, if you have enjoyed seeing myself, there are 2 other times you can see me on this channel. One of them is on Tuesdays for Strixhaven. Not Strixhaven, sorry, we are Strixhaven. For Humblewood, where I play Leon Breeze. Oh yeah. And yeah, you can find me there with VertigoCross over there playing Jack as well. Yeah. And then on the opposite Wednesday, I am Finn Carlson, Ranger Researcher on the Secret Assault Marsh, where we get to go through a little bit of a dungeon crawl next time, it seems, where we get to figure out what's been going on. Who is actually the real big power in this world that's causing all of this evil and dread and such. So, yeah. And since you're already here on YouTube, if you've not seen any of these channels, go, or any of these episodes on this channel, go. You're already here. It's going to recommend you another Stella video anyway. You should go watch it.
Aw.
You should also subscribe down below and hit that like button so the little rainbow thing will show up.
Thank you.
It's called
Yeah.
And go catch the next episode live where you can influence the game itself.
Yes, go
Yeah.
to twitch.tv/StellaLuna. Follow that one. Subscribe if you can. If you have the means, subscribe, please. But go follow there, and then you can determine all of the different stuff that happens to us, because all of us love cards. We love cards. It is
Be a nat 20.
or
Yeah.
net 20s
Fun to
too.
see hot girls win.
Yes, exactly. The main crux of this is you're already here. Support Stella. Stella deserves all the support in the world because they are the greatest.
Oh my
Of
god.
course.
Thank you so much. You're gonna make me
Yes, the
cry.
outro now, Stella.
Hi. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more Strixhaven on the 30th.
Yeah, 30th.
Yeah. 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Stella Luna at Twitch. Twitch at Stella Luna. Good night. Thanks for being here.
Twitch.tv/StellaLunaTV.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.